welcome to the Teaching Corner. Today I wanted to share with you another reading comprehension strategy. I've already shown you all of the strategies that I use on a regular basis in my classroom, but everybody's situation is different, and depending on what you're teaching or who your particular students are, you may need some other research-based strategies. So I'll put a link down below to the playlist of the ones that I've already done, but I wanted to do a new series on some research-based strategies. So the very first one we're going to do is a reading comprehension strategy, and it's called FIST. F-I-S-T. What it stands for is first sentence in the paragraph is read, then the I, they indicate a question based on the first sentence, S, they search for the answer, and T, they tie it back to the question with a paraphrase. So I just found a strategy sheet online, and I'll put a link to it down below, but on the bottom of it I just made a quick with a marker, but you could type this out, you could create it however you wanted to, but a quick little checklist that you could use with your students. So the very first thing is I read the first sentence, because F, first sentence in the paragraph is read, and they would put a little check. Then I indicate a question, so my question is, and they would write their question, and then they would search for that as they're reading the paragraph, and then the answer in my own words, or the T, the tying it back to the question, would be the paraphrase at the bottom of their little sheet. So I just wanted to show you how that would work in real life settings. So this is just a retelling of the Swiss Family Robinson, and the very first thing that they would do, it says, shipwrecked. For many days our ship was tossed in terrible storms. So on their little checklist, they would check off, yes, I read the first sentence. Then my question is, I wonder what's going to happen to the ship. So they would write, I wonder what's going to happen to the ship. Now we read our paragraph. We were thrown about the sea and were terribly off course. Our mast was split, there were leaks all around, and water rushed in, rising quickly. Our crew gave up all hope and feared the worst. All seemed lost. So, to paraphrase that in my own words, the ship was terribly damaged by a storm. So this is how you can use something really quick and easy. You can use FIST if your students are having difficulty with reading comprehension. The wonderful thing about this strategy is you can use it for a short paragraph like I just did. As the students get better at reading, you could say, okay, we're going to do this at the end of every page. And then eventually you could do that for every chapter to help your students with reading comprehension. I hope that was helpful. If it was, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye!